That was where I was going,
Oh,
because
okay.
that's a priority of mine as well. And Madam Secretary, briefly, what has HUD, under your leadership, done to accomplish this priority?
Well, one of the things we've done, even in this last budget, is to put more resources into our programs to build housing for the disabled. Because what we have found is, just like with senior housing, we don't have enough of it, and we certainly don't have enough housing for the disabled.
One of the things that you are doing is HUD is training housing counselors in basic mental health skills. And I'm pleased to say that HUD is raising mental health awareness through a new educational campaign on housing discrimination faced by people with mental health issues, which plays into what you were talking about, which is great. Do you think there's more that HUD can be doing?
Well, I don't know that there is, but I'm certainly open to suggestion because it is a major problem in this country.
Yeah.
Not only just mental health in the terms that most of us think about it, but large numbers of people who sleep on our streets have mental illness as well.
Yeah. Madam Secretary, are you familiar with the Securing Facilities for Mental Health Services Act? It's a bipartisan bill that I've been working on with Congressman Richie Torres the past several years.
I am not.
As you know, Section 242 of the National Housing Act currently restricts psychiatric inpatient hospitals from applying for mortgage assistance through HUD. This contributes to a shortage of beds for patients seeking mental health treatment, and due to the mental health crisis we face, those in need are not receiving the mental health care they need. Madam Secretary, do you support efforts to allow psychiatric inpatient hospitals to receive mortgage assistance through your agency? Or
Certainly.
would you?
I mean, I think that we need to do a lot more. I mean, part of the problem with beds now is the Medicare formula, which back in the day, 50, 60 years ago, decided that we would not allow more beds for mental illness because they, quote unquote, did not want to house the mentally ill. So there are a number of issues that I think we need to address, but I'm all for it.
Fantastic, and that's great to hear, because the Securities Facilities for Mental Health Services Act does exactly that, so I look forward to working with you. Unfortunately, last Congress, your staff, and I don't know that you know this, told the Democrat leadership on this committee that the bill would be difficult for HUD to implement and we should forego marking this bill up and conduct a study on it instead. Secretary Fudge, with respect, it simply doesn't make sense, and again, this is staff, this was not you, so I don't expect that you're personally aware of it, but it simply doesn't make sense to compromise helping people who have high-risk medical needs because of the red tape involved in making the change, and I take it from our discussion today that you would agree with that.
I'm not aware of it, and I'll check to find out what.
The Biden administration has unveiled some important information. Biden is revealing the steps he is going to take to help hundreds of thousands of Americans financially so that they can afford a home. States are also taking action by providing bonus rebate checks to low-income and middle-income households. Dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, do make sure that you do stay tuned. I will be announcing the winners of yesterday's giveaway. The Biden administration has said it was looking to help hundreds of thousands of households to realize their dream of home ownership. According to Newsweek, this is part of an effort to reduce housing costs, increase supply of affordable homes, and mitigate the rising expense of paying for a house for Americans. Lael Brainard, the director of White House's National Economic Council, has said, through its backing of a proposal known as the Neighborhood Homes Investment Act, it would promote homeownership for an additional 500,000 households while increasing neighborhood revitalization investments. Officials have confirmed that the act will introduce a new federal tax credit to help fund the development and renovation of family housing in distressed urban, suburban, and rural neighborhoods. The legislation, introduced by Senators Bernie Cardin, a Democrat from Maryland, and Todd Young, a Republican from Indiana, could help bring 500,000 homes and generate $125 billion in development revenue over the next decade. The housing market is in the midst of a convulsion fueled by the Federal Reserve's effort to fight record inflation, the Fed's raising of rates, at the most rapid clip since the 1980s has helped push up borrowing costs for home buyers. Mortgage rates have soared to 2-decade highs. Prices have jumped, and the supply of homes has fallen. Officials have suggested that President Biden will not wait for Congress. The administration has said that it was advocating for zoning reforms that will help unlock the construction of affordable homes. The administration has also been trying to help first-time buyers who have struggled to gain a foothold into home ownership. The White House pointed out that it was trying to reduce costs for first-time buyers through the Federal Housing Administration program. The effort, it said, helped reduce mortgage insurance premiums by 0.3%. According to Newsweek, Biden has proposed through his budget program a down payment assistance for first-time home buyers that the White House said will uplift first-generation home buyers. The White House also said it was looking to help renters. The Biden administration stated it has helped 100,000 low-income households guarantee their rent at 30% of their incomes. According to local officials in North Dakota, there is some good news for homeowners who are looking for property tax relief. If you reside in North Dakota, you could receive up to $500 back on next year's tax bill. Property owners have the chance to receive up to $500 off their property tax because the state of North Dakota has collected too much. There are no age or income limitations, but it is restricted to your primary residence. Tax Commissioner Brian Crocius has said, significant increases for a number of homeowners is something that is being talked about more and more. So while this $500 credit for most will not cover all of their property tax obligation, it is added assistance, and it's a way to return excess funds that the state government has collected back to taxpayers. On Monday, the first day of the 2024 legislative session, Kansas Governor Laura Kelly unveiled a new tax cut proposal. The plan seeks to cut state property taxes, eliminate taxes on Social Security income, double the Child Independent Care Tax Credit, and create a back-to-school sales tax holiday. Also, thousands of Cook County, Chicago property owners will receive a refund from the Treasurer's office. Treasurer Maria Pappas announced that she's sending more than $30.5 million in automatic refunds to owners who overpaid their property taxes. Approximately 9,000 property owners who have overpaid on their first installment taxes last year will be getting the refunds. Most of the refunds will go to people who have exemptions, like the homeowner and senior exemption. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, the winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Angie Chapman and Priscilla M. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or, dear friends, you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.